Hey yo, what's decent? I'm all up in your face on petroleum jelly. You have a psychotic. Oh, you matched it I had about 2 weeks ago on my stream, man. My boy CuRsseofPokEmoN right here with 2,000 attack points is not playing any game with that lead Pokemon of his, Keldeo. So I gotta switch right out into my Rotom, man. So I'm just gonna do just that. He goes out into his Kyurem Black. Big ass blue eyes white dragon with 3,000 attack points. Oh, well, it looks like I had a face down shrink card because I cut your attack points in half, baby. Anyway, I'm just gonna switch right back out into my Tyranitar. I think I could like sponge his offensive attacks pretty easily. And then afterwards he goes for the outrage and look how much that does. Damn! That is a whole bunch of damage, man. So I'm just gonna go straight for the Stone Edge. My initial ideology was to just come in, go for the Star Fox, and then afterwards, like, you know, just finish this thing off with the Stone Edge. But that doesn't even happen. This guy ends up getting a 3-turn outrage, and then he switches right out into his Keldeo, which I was thinking that he was actually gonna switch out into something, hence why I switched up my moves instead of going for the Stone Edge again a secondary time. I went for the Star Fox, and then afterwards he goes for the Hydro Pump and then finishes off my Tyranitar. Keldeo, this time you met Latias. Oh, what, you shy? Anyway, I'm just gonna go for the Side Shock, and this is one of the small scenarios in which I wish I had Psychic over Side Shock. Since Side Shock deals physical damage, Gliscor can tank it a little bit better. I want to still give him the ideal that I am just locked onto one particular move, but I'm not. I'm just Expert Belt, I believe I am. I actually should be Wise Glasses because in certain scenarios like this, where Psychic doesn't deal super effective damage onto Gliscor, I can inflict a little bit more damage while still faking that I'm Choice. So as we all know, Gliscor is not really fond of taking baths, so he's just going to switch into his Alakazam. Alakazam unable to use his 2 spoons to direct the Hydro Pump elsewhere in the nick of time before it hits him, and then afterwards I'm just going to switch out into my Garchomp to take the Psychic as opposed to like doing Volt Switch or anything like that. So since I did switch into Garchomp, it does give him a clear-cut ideal that I am faster since I am carrying a Choice Scarf, since Garchomp does have a lower base speed than Alakazam, which is true. So now in comes his Fortress. I'm thinking like, man, I should have actually locked myself into Fire Fan. That would have been a clear-cut common sense play. What I did by going for the Dual Chop, because in the back of my mind I'm thinking like this guy's gonna go into Fortress anyway. Hell, Herpaderp, let's just use Dual Chop, you know? But okay, I don't even know. So I'm just gonna switch into my Latios, which happens to be frozen thanks to the Gliscor, and then unable to do Hidden Power Fire, which I thought would be, I guess, like common sense. I guess in the show, like, use Hidden Power Fire since it's like fire type, it would melt the ice, and you know, I guess like willpower didn't really work out here. This is a simulator, not the game. I have to kind of get over that. But in comes my Magnezone, and then afterwards I'm just gonna go for the Discharge. I actually enjoy using Discharge over Thunderbolt. I have like my own personal thing about paralysis, man. Like it's freaking, man, don't give me no shit about using Discharge over Thunderbolt. Come on. So all this time I'm thinking I have like Hidden Power Ice just because Latios had Hidden Power Fire. I didn't know that I was also carrying Hidden Power Fire on my Magnezone, so I just like decided to do it, and it turns out to be Fire, and I'm like, I could have done this eons ago. Like, what the oh my gosh. Oh, I'm losing blood from my brain. What the hell was I thinking? Not checking the Hidden Power. I mean, honestly, guys, there are a lot of Pokemon in your boxes, and I'm pretty sure that you have to like double check on what Hidden Powers they are, because like for instance, I have like 4 Vaporeons, man, and I have to keep double checking what they are. But anyway, in comes this Keldeo. Keldeo dies so Discharge. Alakazam dies so Hidden Power Fire, and then in comes this Heatran, and he's just gonna finish me off with the Earth Power. I have no intention of switching on because since this Alakazam is dead, Terrakion could like almost run train on his entire team. So in comes my Terrakion, like I just said, and it's just going to be able to finish off the Heatran with the close combat. So with Heatran out of the way, he's just going to switch right back out into his Gliscor. I decided to stay in anyway and go for the Stone Edge just to prevent him from doing a substitute. And you see how much damage that did? I'm Muscle Banded, so Expert Belt would have put it at an amount of HP where it could still be able to do a substitute, but since I'm Muscle Banded, it did a little bit more damage. Since Stone Edge doesn't deal super effective damage onto the Gliscor anyway, and I don't see the point of putting Expert Belt when Terrakion doesn't really have any trouble dealing, or rather hit KOing a lot of shit that like it just deals super effective damage too anyway. So like a Dragonite with like 75% HP, I don't remember it ever being able to like really live a Stone Edge. I mean, that's just my outtake on it. Anyway, Kyurem Black back on the scene like he Bowser, son. Oh, I'm back in the scene. Look at my nickname. I just had sex with Princess Peach, man. She don't want that bitch ass Munchkin Mario, man. She come to me. Why you think I'm able to kidnap her every game? Are you kidding me? Anyway, he finishes off the Rotom, but not before taking sandstorm damage and then afterwards burning, which obliterates him, which means that I have a good game. Woohoo! It's my turn. What you doing?